cord cutting doesn't work, okay? It's a massive spiritual practice, okay? People talk about, I've cut the cords with somebody. Can I just say, sure, cut the cord, but you need to understand the contract. You need to understand why you guys met in order to dissolve that, okay? And also, what was channeled through to me in this session with this lady, I think it was Tuesday, the session with her, and I'm just going to share that with you because I think it would help loads of you, okay? So, in general, people sort of, call in Archangel Michael. I'm sure that's who they do, okay? For me, this just doesn't work, but I'm just going to share it with you, okay? And people will then imagine cutting the cord between, let's say, them and their parents, or, oh, for goodness sake, them and their twin flame. That never works, twin flame thing, okay, all right? However, what I want to say and what was shown to me was, rather than cutting the cord, understand the reason why you guys met and understand the lessons that you taught that person and that person taught you. Because everybody we meet is student, teacher, teacher, student. Okay, so you'll teach somebody something and somebody will teach you back in return, because that's the whole point of why we're down here. We're learning lessons, we're experiencing things, okay? So how about, rather than cutting the cord, how about you understand why it happened, and that will naturally dissolve away from you, okay? Because when I think about, I tried to cut cords with Carly, my ex, for example, okay, I actually found that her energy started to leave me and no longer bother me once I understood the 74 things that woman had taught me. And I mean, talk about a year with somebody, but I learned 74 lessons or things about myself in that 1 year with my gorgeous soulmate, who I still love so much, okay? So where does that sit with you? Because it's when I said to this woman that I work with, and she went, oh my God, I can so take that. So does this resonate with you, that maybe rather than cutting the cord, that the cord will naturally dissolve and the energy will dissipate? And if you are panicking and worried about needing to cut a cord with somebody, then that's fear. And then surely that would mean that you need to understand it, because if you fear something, then fear is very close to love, and everything we experience is about unconditional love. And all I want to say is, I know that things naturally fizzled away with me and Carly, once we taught each other all the things that we needed to teach each other. But one of the things that I really noticed is a lot of people are like, yeah, I've cut the cords to that person. And I'm like, that's a fear-based exercise. But how about what we're here to do and understand is, we're here to understand that we meet people, okay, because there are lessons that we need to learn from each other, teacher, student, okay? And how about we start thinking about, okay, have I learned everything that I needed to learn from that person? Because honestly, it's when you sit and get a piece of paper and a pen, and by the way, it doesn't work on your phone, okay? You need to get a bit of pen and paper, okay? Because taking a physical action will stop it going round and round and round in your head. Whereas if you put it on your phone, it still happens, still goes round and round, okay? So all I want to say is, does that sit with you? Okay, so when you're looking to cut a cord with somebody, are you doing it from a point of fear because you're scared of feeling their energy? Or do you need to sit with yourself and say, this is what this person taught me, this is what I learned? Because when you can understand the lesson, that, from my perspective, and as was channeled to me, is when the contract is complete and it'll be dissolved. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because it's really made a difference to me. And I know that cord cutting for me, it doesn't work. This is just my point of view. I'm not saying I'm right, I'm not saying I'm wrong, but have a think about that today. What do you reckon? Do you reckon that would help you more than trying to cut the cord because you're full of fear or whatever? And don't forget, lastly, there's always that thing called Ho'oponopono, where you just picture the person, you send them love. Because isn't that the whole point of everything? We're here to learn just one thing in this simulation: unconditional love. I hope that helps you. Take care. Cheers. Bye-bye.